What is going on, everybody? Back at it again with another YouTube video. And today, it's kind of just a little bit of explaining on why I didn't post yesterday, and then I'll get into the Eagles talk. But yesterday, did not get to post a video. Same thing with Sunday. Had a headache pretty much all day, and on Sunday, and then yesterday, went to go get tested for the virus. So I'm waiting for my results, and if you guys are interested, I guess I'll keep you updated. But it's just there was other needs and other things that I had to do the last couple days, and I just couldn't get online, couldn't get a video out for you guys. But we're back. It's we're one day away from the NBA draft, and NBA trades have started. Chris Paul's now on the Suns. Drew Holiday's on the Bucks, along with Bogdanovich from the Kings. But, the Eagles are the main topic of this video. And I'm going to try to get a Sixers one out after this. Same thing with the Phillies. But the Eagles are a disgrace to this city of, what looks to be up-and-coming teams, up-and-coming, better days are ahead of us in, Flyers and the Union and even the Phillies and the Sixers. We've taken the right step. We've taken a step in the right direction in those franchises. And, we're at a little bit of a halt right now with the Phillies. But the Sixers, they seem to be getting things under control in their upper management with their coaching. And it's just going to depend on some trades and whatever happens this offseason to really see where they stand. But as for the Flyers and the Union, those teams are taking leaps in the right direction. And it seems like the Eagles are just not following through with anything that these other four teams have been doing. I mean, the Three Stooges, again, have just been absolutely the main topic, absolutely horrible. And, every time you talk about the Eagles, it seems like one of these three guys is always brought up. Howie Roseman, Doug Peterson, and Carson Wentz. And it does make sense for Carson's name to be thrown in. I'm a big Carson Wentz supporter, and I will continue to support the guy until he is out of the league or until he's off the team. But he has not played well, and we all know that. He has not looked like Carson Wentz of old. And it just seems like his days in Philadelphia are getting thinner and thinner and shorter and shorter. And I don't really know what to really say about that, other than the fact that I just don't know what's going to happen with this guy. I mean, it's hard to really see anything moving forward with Carson Wentz, especially with the way that the team is run, with Lurie and Howie and Doug. They just seem to never want to help this guy out. And I really don't blame the guy for wanting to leave if that is what he wants to do. I mean, if Carson Wentz this offseason asks, if he goes to Howie and asks for a trade, how can you really blame the guy? I mean, did you see what DeAndre Hopkins just did in Arizona on Sunday? I mean, you could have had a guy like him, or Odell, or anybody, and they just refused to do anything to help this guy. They have one of the worst defenses outside of the D-line in the league. Their linebackers are a joke. I've never seen worse linebackers in my life, and they're awful. None of them are good. Do you have a bright spot in TJ Edwards? Okay, sure, I guess. I don't even know it anymore. Because I just don't know. You see that we get healthy. Doesn't matter. Because what Doug Peterson writes up and calls, it doesn't work. Boston Scott broke a 60-yard run, and they didn't go back to him once. Miles Sanders is the second leading rushing yards or yards per rush in the league. And they don't use him. It makes no sense. This guy doesn't have a brain. He is not football minded. He needs to go. And for anybody sticking up and truly defending what Doug Peterson does, you guys just don't know football, clearly. Because, some of it is on Carson. He has to make some better throws. But, not every bad throw is on Carson. If it hits you in the hands, you got to come down with it. And that goes for Fulgham. It goes for Goddard. It goes for Sanders. If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. I don't care. But Doug Peterson just puts these guys in positions to never succeed. He is a moron. He is truly my least favorite person in Philadelphia. And I really don't think... He has done nothing since that Super Bowl. Smart. Nothing. He stinks. Doug Peterson is a joke. And it's actually coming down to the point where I think I might hate Doug Peterson more than I ever hated Brett Brown as a coach. Because they both were awful. But Doug Peterson is now, he just says things over the press conferences. And you always think it's going to get better, but it just doesn't. He does the same thing. The same plain offense. The same plain calls every single game. It never changes. And I don't know when it will. Because Doug Peterson is god-awful at his job. And looking back on that Super Bowl, I do not know how this team won. I don't. Because Nick Foles in Chicago, he sucks. Nick Foles sucks. Doug Peterson sucks. But you look at the guys that aren't here anymore. And I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about DeFilippo and I'm talking about Frank Reich. Those guys were the clear reasons why this team succeeded. I mean, how can you say otherwise? There is nothing to me that says that Doug Peterson really won that Super Bowl because Carson Wentz had his best year of his career. And Nick Foles carried the same offense to a Super Bowl victory over the New England Patriots. And let's not act like, Jim Schwartz had anything really to do with that. Like, his defense was great that year. But in the Super Bowl, they still allowed Tom Brady to get 505 yards and 5 touchdowns. So it's not like he had a great Super Bowl. And on Sunday, you lost to the Giants, who are, I think, going to win the division, if I'm being honest here. We have the toughest 5 games coming up. The Browns, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Saints, and the Cardinals. We might not win a game. Truly. This team is god-awful. God-awful. And I don't know what is worse at this point. Whether it's just the lack of talent, whether it's the coaching, which I personally believe that it is the coaching. I just despise everything that Doug Peterson has done. He is awful. And I don't even know if they're going to fire him at the end of the year. Playoffs or not. Because they love him. For some reason. Even though everybody in Philadelphia is asking for this guy to get fired at this point. They won't. Doug Peterson is going to be the coach next year. I guarantee it. And, look at all the other teams. Like I said in the beginning, they have taken a step towards success. Well, they all got rid of their old coaches. You look at the Union, Jim Curtin just won Coach of the Year. You look at Alain Vigneault, up for Coach of the Year. Personally, I think he was robbed of it. Doc Rivers, one of the premier coaches in the league. And Joe Girardi, a very successful coach in the league. But Doug Peterson does not follow any of that. He is awful. And until he is gone, and I think it's a package deal, if you get rid of Doug, you got to get rid of Howie. Because Howie Roseman has done little to nothing since that Super Bowl. Except bring back old players from that Super Bowl team. And guess what, Howie? It ain't working. It's not cutting it. You keep bringing back these old players. Well, they're playing like old players. And they are washed, and they should not be in the NFL getting as much pay as they are. Vinny Curry, Jason Peters. You keep bringing back these players. Jalen Mills, Corey Clement. You keep bringing back everybody from the Super Bowl. And it's not working. So what's going to budge? Are they going to trade off Carson this season? This offseason, are they going to trade him off? Or are they going to actually make what I think would be the right decision and at least fire Doug? Let's see Carson Wentz under a good coach with an offensive coordinator, not named Doug Peterson, who on this team for some reason is both. Because he can't call plays. He is awful at it. Simplistic offenses. And he's dumb when he does it too. Why play Jalen Hurts at all? Why even draft him? The last 4 games, he has like 4 rushes for a yard. Because everybody knows what's going to happen. Because nobody is as stupid as Doug Peterson is. It makes no sense why they followed that guy. Why they think he is a good coach. No sense at all. Because I don't. I see through everything. And I see through the fact that Doug Peterson might just be... No, he is the worst coach in Philadelphia. Right now. Not even close. And Howie Roseman might be the worst GM. Who knows? But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are getting closer and closer to 900 subscribers. But we are also, as you all know, on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out. Peace.